Chicks are getting bigger. Another week or two, I'll be able to introduce them. I'm really afraid. I don't know. The guinea hen, it's a predatory bird. And I have a funny feeling if those hens or chicks are too small, that guinea might try to kill them. If I let them loose too small. So I haven't let them loose yet. I'm gonna start building, getting ready to build some nesting boxes and stuff. We'll go out here. All right, here's a lot of leftovers from the in the bucket is honey, all the scrap wax that I pulled off of the combs. I filled it up, and all the excess honey, you know, from washing stuff, I put it all into a bucket, and then I put straw in the bucket so they got something to get to get out with. And that bucket's about full. Plus I had some leftover little pieces of comb, and they're robbing that out. And I'll just, right now there's still black locusts blooming, so the bees are still in the black locusts, which is cool. But they'll clean up all this wax for me. I mean, all this honey, I just didn't wash. I don't want to wash it down the drain. I let them clean it up. Okay, this is the compost. You can go back and look at the other video. It was full, and you can see how much it dropped down. And the temperature in there is still 100 and, what is that, 120? It's still 120 in there. This is where we buried the first hen, and this is the one we buried the second hen, and it's a lot bigger of a pile, which is definitely shrunk. I put fencing on top of it so the critters couldn't get into it, and I might even break this one open and use some of it when I start planting tomatoes and stuff. Here are all the hives after. This is what I have. Swarm season is pretty much ended, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then one swarm, so 11. I caught 10. I caught 10 swarms, which is pretty good for best season I've had in a while. This one, the little one right here, this one right here, and those 3 all had the queen cells in them. So those should be good to go in on the 1st, which would be Tuesday. And I'll go into those and look for queens. They should be mated by then. Should be. Or they'll just be queenless because they didn't make it back. We'll just have to see how that goes. And then, but that one there was the nicest one. And they were really strong. So they got the most comb, but I put comb, all these had empty combs so I could get as much. I still have one box I need to get on today. So they could get as much nectar as possible. In other words, they'll fill up all the empty space with nectar, and then once the flows end, then they start curing it. So the more they collect, the more honey they'll have for winter. But they're all doing real good. This was that little one. The little one that I showed on the little apple tree didn't have very much, and it's boogieing right along. We got some that hole right there, I need to get some tape. God, some of these boxes are just in sad shape, but they're 12 years old. Here are my cucumbers. They're growing. I really should have planted these one thing down, but I'll remember that for next year. They don't get quite enough sunlight. I don't see nothing in there. That's not a cucumber. But got 7 of them, and as they start growing, I'll push them over to the to get them to grow up this. What else? I've been working in here. I got a lot of this cleared. I grow my tomatoes between these posts so I can stake them up. I got this. I don't have enough compost, but when I cut grass, I'm just going to make this. I'm going to take the grass clippings and put them on cardboard like you do with compost. And then when I plant the tomatoes, I'll just put compost in the spot the tomato goes in. And I'm not going to till anything. Even when I plant that corn and those black sunflower seeds, I got a way that I want to do it without doing that. But I'm just going to keep going through here, de-weeding, and get this back under control. Next winter, all these bushes that I bought so I could make cuttings with, they're all going to get moved. That thing there, I forget what it's called. It's quite big. I might just leave it there. I don't know. But that's pretty much what I've been doing. All my irises are just about done. And what they'll do is they'll get little seed pods on them. So we'll see if I can get through here without getting stung. I know. I'm just cruising through. That's the mean one. I got to go into this one. This one could swarm, but I gave them so much space that I think that they'll be all right, but I'll go into them anyhow. And this one here is another one I'm going to split. So what I'll do is I'll take that queen out, set her in a box right here with everything that she needs to carry on. I'll let that thing make queen cells, and then I'll set up a different stand and put 3 boxes, blah, blah, blah. Any extra queen cells I'll put in little boxes. And we're going to go ahead and split that one. But otherwise, I'm just going to keep whittling away at this until I get all the weeds done. This flower right here, I noticed this last year, but this thing right here, I don't know what it is. I don't know where it came from, but I noticed it last year. You can see there's a lot of it in here. I don't know where it came from and what it is, but it flowers really good. And last year the bees were in it thick. So whatever it is, I'm just going to leave it alone and hope it keeps spreading. But over here, this is where I'm going to plant the corn here, the black sunflower seeds here, melons, squash, blah, blah, blah. And between these posts, like this one, I'll take that post out, and between these 3 this will be another tomato row. This will be another tomato row. See, last year I put carpet down, so it killed pretty much everything between these rows. There's even carpet right there between this row. So I'll get all and then I got some other the ones I pulled up over here. I just sort of drug them over, kill those. And then this one right here, I'll probably go straight through here and probably plant some tomatoes. But these right here, these things right here, they're cone flowers. I wanted a lot more of them, but I sort of let them go, and I keep forgetting to pick these flowers and make seed bombs that I can throw around. so I can get them growing in more places. The bees do like them, but the birds eat them in the winter. If I don't get on them quick, the birds eat them.